Hi, Derek here. Welcome back to my Photoshop channel. Um, in this episode, I'm going to show you another couple of tools to use if you want to remove things from your images. The last one was all about the clone stamp tool. In this image here, this birthday cake was bought for somebody with the name Dion, and the P on it is for pug, but it would be nice if we could change that to a D for Dion. So that's one thing that we're going to do. We're going to take that P out and replace it with a D. And we're also going to get rid of this bit here and this little bit here. So let's have a bash. So yesterday was all about the clone stamp, and this one here we're going to create a new layer. Click down here, create a new layer. Excuse me. And we're going to go up to this one here. You can either right click on it to see what's in here or just press and hold and the flyer will come out. We've got the patch tool, which we'll try, and the healing brush tool. The patch tool, healing brush tool, let's go with the healing brush tool first. And essentially all you do with this is you make a selection, and that's your source. It's telling Photoshop this is the colour I want to keep. Take the sort of sample there, and where I paint, Photoshop will know that the colour from the sampled area is going to be matched up with the surrounding texture. So that's what we're going to try and do. So I'll sample for here, sample quite close to where you're going to paint. So sample for here, hold down the Alt key, tap your mouse on the mouse mat. If you've got a mouse mat these days, I've got a tablet, so that's what I'm tapping. And just paint over the item you want to remove. And it's slow in doing it, but it's doing it as you're painting. And again, it's missed a little bit, so we'll take another sample again from close by, and we'll just keep painting and painting and painting, and it's done not a too bad job. Just fix it a little bit here, and you can see that made quite a good job of it. So that's the healing brush tool. It's especially good in blurred areas. This picture's sharp here, and it's steadily going out of focus as we go back into the image, and it's really good at that. But you'll see it didn't directly paint from where I sampled. It just took the colour and it's matched it in, and it's done quite a good job of adding in the texture from the table. So that's the healing brush tool. We've also got the patch tool. And what you do with the patch tool is and the only thing about the patch tool is you have to do it on a live layer, if you like, a live layer. A layer that has content in it. If you do it on an empty layer, it doesn't work. And you want this set here to source, and this at normal, and you can leave the rest as the default. And all you do with this one with the patch tool is you make a sample around the item you want removed. So you just draw around it. Keep your mouse quite close to it, and then all you do is you left click in the middle of your sample and just drag it to a new spot, and you can see the preview of what is going to be left in its place. So the bit I've just removed for the last image is still showing here, so don't worry, we can get rid of that. But that's sort of not too bad there, so we'll get rid of that. And if I tap the mouse back onto my pad, the selection goes away, and you can see it's done a not too bad job. We could have probably lined up a little bit better. We'll just get rid of this last little bit here. So that's the patch tool. So now we've got rid of them, and now we want to get rid of this this P. For things like this, small close-up work, again, I tend to stick with the clone stamp tool. And keep your brush fairly small, but not too small, and holding down the Alt key, tap surface for a sample. You're taking a sample from there, and we're just going to paint it into there. We could do this on an empty layer if we want. And your settings here, again, it's normal. You want 100% opacity, 100% flow, and you want to sample either all layers or current layer and below. So we're going to sample from here, and we're just going to paint it in. Oops, give me a wee second, I'll put a new layer up there, easier. Right, something not working. Okay, figured that out there. This little pixel that was here, tiny minute little pixel, I must have touched the keyboard with the, touched the pad with that, and it's left a pixel selected, and that's why it wasn't letting me do anything else there. So take this out of the screen. Right, back to where we were. We're going to do a repair on this letter D and a letter P and replace it with a D. So a small brush, we're on the stamp tool, clone stamp tool, settings as discussed, and now we just take a sample from near our source, and we're just going to paint in and paint away. We're just watching because this is quite a bevel in this. And it's a little bit lighter around the edges than what is in the middle, but you know what, it's not that majorly important. Just sampling as we go. So that's that letter pretty much away, we don't need it now. And we're just going to add a text layer, and that was just a clone stamp. Took probably longer than it should have, to be honest, to get rid of it, but we're rid of it now. And now we're going to add in a text layer, and our colours for this will take, we'll find our font first, so we'll click here, and now all we need to type. I actually like this font here for what I want, and all I'm going to do is put the letter D in capitals, and we'll put that there. I'm just going to highlight it, hold the shift and use arrow key to highlight it. I like a colour from our image. Let's take a colour of the chocolate, click OK, and now with the move tool we'll just put that down here a bit into the middle, click tick, and we can now get the move tool and we can resize this if we need to. It's just a little bit big. Give it a little tick, that's as big as I want it, and then it's just really where your eye line up where you want it on here. With the text layer highlighted, we'll double click on here. It was a sunken letter that was in there, so we're going to add a little bit contour back into this, and what we're looking for is an inner bevel, and let's just see how deep we want to go with it. Take it all the way up. These are just the effects that you're getting. We're at 2. That's fine, and we maybe have a little bit contour. That's fine. We could add some texture on it if we wanted to. We could like bubbly milk chocolate. Fine. Don't want a stroke and a shadow. Maybe a little bit satin to go with it. If we drop the opacity of the satin down a little bit. Like nice dark chocolate now, and that's fine. So there you go. We've, in this short video, we've removed a P, replaced it with a D. If we hold the Alt key down, this is where we started, and this is where we are now. So again, different solutions on how to remove things from Photoshop. Thanks for watching. Feel free to like and share. Bye.